Hey everyone, it's Russ from Trend Micro, and I'm back for my second video. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the overwhelming and positive support and feedback I received on the first one. Really appreciate it. So for today's session, we're going to talk about XDR, dive into that and why it's important, and just some things you should think about. So XDR stands for Extended Detection and Response. And really, it's all about expanding and going past traditional EDR by incorporating many different layers of the technology stack and infrastructure like network, email, cloud workloads, and servers, as well as the endpoints. And it's all about having the whole be greater than the sum of the parts. So really, it's designed to reduce alert fatigue by correlating multiple signals into a single event. And improve security teams' productivity, as well as give them faster and more automated detection and incident response handling. And it's all about breaking down tool silos, between teams, because sometimes security teams don't have visibility or they're not responsible for operating different technologies and tools that cloud teams or other infrastructure teams might be using, and that can leave gaps. And then finally, it's about providing deep, contextually rich data points to help identify and respond to security incidents, and leveraging threat models that are really designed to correlate certain activity data and events that on their own they might be benign, but when combined with other activity, conditions are met and it triggers the criteria for behavior to indicate that there's an attack happening. So it really gives you a full view of the attack lifecycle, and if you're incorporating network metadata and telemetry, you have the ability to see what's happening with unmanaged devices, with BYOD systems, with IoT devices such as medical devices or printers or machines in a smart factory. And it's really like the difference between an alarm system in your house notifying you, hey, somebody's broken in, to having a full home monitoring solution that can tell you when an intruder entered the home, what he or she did while they were inside, like going to a bedroom or stealing your valuables and your jewelry, and telling you exactly how and when they left and entered in the first place. So some things to think about when you're looking for an XDR vendor and trying to select a platform is email is the #1 attack vector, and it really accounts for 94% of malware attacks. So it's super important to think about and make sure that your vendor can tie in security events from the email layer, and also give you response options from that perspective. Also, cloud data sources. More and more organizations are leveraging the cloud. Make sure your vendor has a strong cloud security offering and can tie in telemetry from different cloud infrastructure services like your containers or your workloads and other cloud services. Also, threat intelligence. So it's super important to have digestible information and threat intelligence added to the platform out of the box. And really, it's critical to have those threat models constantly being updated on the back end with the latest attack scenarios that map to MITRE and other attack scenarios from third-party intelligence feeds. It's very important and critical for alerts to be prioritized and then rated with a scoring system so that you know which ones to target first. And the vendor you select should have a cloud-native architecture with high levels of automation and machine learning for their security analytics engines, and make sure that they're maintaining those algorithms and maintaining that back-end big data. Also, something else to think about is having or selecting a vendor that has managed detection and response capability. So having a vendor that can help you augment your security operations through a managed SOC offering is super important, because they can help you sweep and proactively hunt in the platform, and also help you investigate and be your first line of response to those XDR threat alerts. And this is super, super important and critical for teams that don't have SIM tools or SOAR tools, or just are critically strained in terms of resources. And again, having great marks in the industry from Gartner, Forrester, and ESG as well is very important. So some additional resources to check out is you can look at our website. We actually commissioned ESG to do a XDR report to quantify some of the data points and the value that organizations are getting from adopting this approach. And one of the big takeaways was they found that 55% of successful attacks were reduced with organizations using this approach, as well as the effectiveness and efficiency of security teams with this approach actually improved by the same as having an extra 8 full-time equivalents on the team. Finally, you can check out our workbench on our YouTube channel as well, because we have a little demo overview there. So stay tuned for my video next week, and I'll be discussing some differences between XDR and SIM and SOAR technology and what to look out for. Thanks a lot. Take care.